Hello, you beautiful people. And James. Welcome back, guys. So today we bring you another new video. It's about the the Halloween disaster that happened in South Korea and Seoul. So yeah, so 140. I don't know if it's been updated recently, that number.
I know, right?
I read last night it was like 153 with like 86 injured. This video, like, we haven't watched it yet, but we've all heard about it, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy that this many people were killed.
Yes. It's too many people.
In this way. No mass shooters, no bomb, no hurricane, no tornado, no major disaster.
No COVID.
Just people running. Just let that sit with you. People died from people running.
It was 154 people. Most of the victims were in their 20s.
We are cattle, you know. We are easily spooked. We are no different than a wild herd. And this proves it right here, you know. If you get a large amount of humans together and scare them, what do? We will try to save ourselves by running away from whatever spooked us.
And F the person below you.
Yes, no one try to pick anyone up.
Insane.
They act like whoever is behind them is going to kill them while they're killing the people that they're running on.
Insane. Let's go ahead and check it out, y'all.
That just makes me mad. Whoever is the people that stepped on, I think everyone should be convicted as attempted murderers. Every single one of them.
What were they even fleeing?
No one knows.
It's still under investigation. What caused
no
the stampede?
one knows.
So we're gonna go ahead and check out this short video, and I haven't seen it. No one's seen it, so
I don't want to see it.
You see the warning on your screen. This is us reacting to it. Let's see what happens.
At least 149 people were killed and another 150 injured in a stampede when a huge crowd celebrating Halloween crammed into an alley in the Itaewon area of Seoul, South Korea's capital, Saturday night, according to emergency officials. The incident took place at about 10:20 p.m. local time. Witnesses described chaotic scenes moments before the stampede, with the police on hand having trouble maintaining control and the crowd becoming increasingly unruly and agitated. Social media footage captured the chaos, with hundreds of people packed in the narrow sloped alley crushed and immobile, as emergency officials and police tried to pull them free. Many of the partygoers were wearing masks and Halloween costumes. Other footage showed fire officials and citizens desperately treating dozens of people who appeared to be unconscious. A Reuters witness said a makeshift morgue was set up in a building adjacent to the scene. About 4 dozen bodies were carried out later on wheeled stretchers and moved to a government facility to identify the victims, according to the witness. The Itaewon district is popular with young South Koreans and expatriates alike. Its dozens of bars and restaurants packed on Saturday for Halloween. It was the first Halloween event in Seoul in 3 years after the country lifted COVID restrictions and social distancing. Authorities said they were investigating the exact cause of the incident. President Yoon Suk-yeol presided over an emergency meeting with senior aides.
Was that the alleyway?
Yes, I think so.
Jesus
Christ. So tiny.
Yeah. Go back a little bit. I want to see that alleyway.
It was a bad video.
Jesus Christ.
President Yoon
Quickly
Suk-yeol
go to another video then.
over
Fucking hell, what a fucking thumbnail. Jesus Christ.
That's bad, yo.
Sorry for the language, man.
The uncomfortable calm of a country in mourning. People leaving flowers where lives were lost, as police search for clues to explain why.
Here in Itaewon, crowds are trying to move through this narrow alley last night. Now the area has been completely closed off as police secure what has become a crime scene.
The scale of the tragedy is staggering. More than 150 dead, at least 130 injured, 2 dozen in critical condition. crushed in a surge in a popular area where crowds had gathered to celebrate Halloween. An estimated 100,000 people trying to move through narrow streets. Witnesses say there were too few police around to control the sheer mass.
Are they literally stuck?
They're stuck. They're stuck, Bulldog. And that could have caused a panic. Claustrophobic?
Yeah. Oh, claustrophobic people going nuts.
Now look, they're all stuck, but just imagine, bro, that you are in that alleyway and you're stepping on somebody and then you have no way to move to help them up. And you know that you're suffocating them.
So it's 100,000 people in these streets, and then for some reason they all took a left or a right into an alleyway at the same time and got stuck because behind them there's a street full of people. In front of them there's a street full of people. So they're stuck literally in that alleyway, panicking, and pushing, shoving, jumping.
It's also whoever was doing the event. It's their fault as well because they'd have the numbers and stuff like that of how many people were there. So they should have made sure that it was like safe as well. Obviously, it's the people's fault for doing it, but also there's going to be lots of people at fault for this.
They still don't know what caused it, but I'm thinking that's right on, like almost right on the money, man. Like people like, I can't move. Panic.
Yeah.
Let's get out.
Yeah.
And if one person starts to try to get out, the second person tries to get out, and it just domino effect from there.
And then you don't even, most probably quite a lot of them, when they're panicky, you don't even realize what's underfoot. You're just trying to get out.
You don't. It's fight or flight.
Because you're thinking about yourself, and that's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're programmed that way.
That's only certain people. Not everyone would have been like that. There would have been people there trying to help. And unfortunately, a couple of them would have most probably passed away as well.
Yes, trying to help people. Yes. Sadly, if I was in that situation, I think I would have been trampled also because I would be trying to pick somebody up.
Depends who was with me. Would depend on my situation. If my kids were there, I don't care.
Exactly. You said it. You said it depends on who's with me. If my family and stuff, but that's everyone though, right? We protect our own, and that's why.
Not everyone would.
I won't be that person that says, "Hey, son, wife, wait right there. I'm gonna jump in and try to save someone." And now look, they're without a dad and a husband.
Yeah, no,
I can't be that way. I can't.
Because then it's not just that; it's your kid's then gonna watch it happen to you. The last thing he sees is you going away. Like,
I can't do that. I have to risk my life for them.
I'd die for them.
Yeah,
if they were there.
Yeah.
Couldn't. But if I could get someone up easily, I'd get them up. It's like, oh, come here, bro. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you can help, if you can help. I mean, it's in this situation we wouldn't know. Like,
especially because you're literally stuck. So I don't know how you could help.
You can't. I can't even picture being in this situation.
It would be on your shoulders, obviously.
I've never been close to a situation like this, so.
But that's a lot of people, man.
The thing is, I have been close like that, but we were watching like a firework display, so there was everyone there, and then you basically, the people at the front move, you just stand still and you just have to wait. That's usually how it goes. But we're British, and we're good at waiting, man.
Right,
British people are great at standing in queue.
Okay, Bulldog. Let's just put the flag up in the background.
Yeah.
The British one,
police around to control the sheer mass
actually, you should.
People.
There was a mix of things I heard, but there was panic coming towards us, some shouts of fear, but also confusion. We didn't know really what was happening to us.
Then people started collapsing, like dominoes, said one survivor. In videos of the scene, music is still blaring from bars, muffling cries for help. Authorities say nearly all victims have been identified, most of them in their 20s and 30s, and mostly women. Among the dead, 2 Americans, Ann Gieske, a nursing junior from Kentucky doing a semester abroad, and Stephen Blessey, a 20-year-old business student from Marietta, Georgia. His father, Steve, made frantic calls, then received one from U.S. officials telling him his son had died. I can't imagine the suffering he endured, he said in a text message. If I could take his place, I would.
Yeah, 100%.
Families and friends still searching for missing loved ones are flooding a nearby community center. While the area where so many bodies were sprawled is now a special disaster zone and still littered with debris.
Janice, it's so painful. What are investigators looking into at this point?
Kate, now that most of the victims have been identified, authorities are looking into these reports of a lack of police presence at the time of the crowd surge. Officials admit that some had been diverted to a political protest in another area. So questions remain tonight, but very little consolation for the families who are grieving the loss of so many young lives. Kate?
They're grasping at straws to me. Like, you can't blame police. There's 100,000 people there. How many police officers would need to be there to control 100,000 people?
No, like I said, it's the event organizers.
Yeah,
They're the ones who are to blame.
They're the ones to blame. And why she say add more people into the situation? More officers mean more people, more space taken.
You can't control 100,000 people. You can't.
Especially if they're panicking.
So yeah,
what are you gonna do?
What you said, Bulldog, like the event organizer, yeah, they could have like sectioned off the event area and let have an occupancy or whatever. Is that the right word? Occupancy.
Yeah,
have a certain amount of people in that capacity. Have a certain amount of people in at a time.
I'm going to assume, because obviously it's career as well, it's overpacked anyway, so they would have like certain limits and ways to track how many people are around, because they do in Britain. I don't know, when you go into a club, the bouncers will always have the counters and stuff, so they know how many are in, and then one will have one when people leave, so they always see how many are in.
Yeah, they should know how many people should be allowed to be in this area.
Yeah,
without.
And then obviously, if it's starting to get overcrowded, then they have to tell the police or whoever it is, like, whoa, there's more people here, but you just don't know why.
So, I don't know about y'all, but if I see a lot of people, if I plan to go to this event and I roll up in my car, I'm like, look at all those people. There's no way.
You leave.
Yeah.
You leave.
Oh yeah, you would, man, because like you're not going to get to a bar, and if you get to a bar, it's going to be hot. It's going to be so hot.
There's no way.